Boise, Idaho, and Albertson Stadium, home of the Boise State Broncos. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Missouri Tigers, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Broncos ready to get this thing started and open the season. And here's the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Missouri's offense will get first crack at it here. And when you go to market for a veteran quarterback, you want a guy who can come in, command respect, immediately become the starter, and Jesse, they think they found it.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see how he's going to perform today. I know he was really excited about this opportunity, and David, he chose this situation specifically because he believed it gave him the best chance to compete for a national championship and to have an opportunity to play at the next level. Now he's got to go show it, right? We've seen this guy play before. We've seen him have success. This is a big stage for him today.
No doubt. I think all eyeballs will be on him, right? Even his teammates. They're going to be watching every single move. He was the guy that was talked about to come in, to take over, to lead this team. He's making the money. That's talked about as well. So let's see how he responds, and let's see how he gets his career going in a new spot.
Let's talk a little bit about Missouri. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse, and do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
Finds his tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Man, that is going to haunt this quarterback. He had his receiver running a deep route. He was open, and the QB overthrew him. Man, that sucks.
On the run, it's Dickens. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. He's loose down the left side. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Missouri! They're on the board first here in the season opener.
Talking to the coaching staff coming into this game, they said explosive plays are going to be big for us. When we get our opportunities, we got to be able to hit on them, and you saw one right there. That time, doing it on the ground on the opening drive of the game. That just shows you this offense, they are locked in and in tune and on the same page early.
The Broncos offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
Back to pass. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? They go to the draw. Look out, he's got room. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The Broncos will hustle to the line.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Fires to the big fella. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
Touch pass on the run. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Guys, let's talk here for just a second about Missouri. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Dropping back, it's man. Behind his big tight end. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has
a shot toward the end zone. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to. And instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball, man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over from the moment the ball left his hand.
And that's your goal, separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. Oh, what a cut. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He'll pull it down and run. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Broncos with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wide open downfield. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
Great execution on the RPO, and the receiver had some time to find the soft spot in the zone and make himself open for the quarterback and make it a much easier pass. Great job.
And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Makes the catch. There he goes. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Broncos moving quickly to the line. Motion from the wide receiver. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. It's complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Send the tight end in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, that play just took way too long to develop if you're the offense. You've got a free safety who's not even blitzing, and he gets the sack. That play's not designed for the QB to hold on to the ball that long.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Butler. He's brought down right at the 13-yard line. Still a ways to go to make it to the line to gain. Let's see what they do on fourth. So they'll send out the field goal unit. Splits the uprights right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. He'll bring it out. It's McNabb. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Back to the ground game on the left. He gets it up across the 20 to the 22 before he's pushed out of bounds. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the air, it's man. It's complete to the right. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. So after the break, they'll go back to work. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Got the quick pass. At midfield, he's got room. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a...
Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Finds his big tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to throw, it's man. Under fire. Escapes trouble. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. And the Broncos want to crank the tempo.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case there.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the Heat, and down he goes again. The Broncos will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Makes the catch right at the 50. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Breaks into the open. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tigers!
And how about this offense? Man, they must have used fall camp perfectly. Coming out firing on all cylinders, smooth, in a rhythm. Great start to the year by this offense.
Boise State, 3.
He'll bring it out. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk, and on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. Finds his man. It's Ivory. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on 3rd down. I know we're in the 2nd quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going in here at halftime, and get a little juju going.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Broncos with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Broncos come to the line in the hurry-up. Off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. They bring the punter onto the field now. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Solid pick up of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass, it's man. Quickly out to the tight end. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. To the air on first down. Here comes the heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
Bring in the heat. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Makes the grab down the middle. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
I mean, the great news is you just came up with a huge completion on 3rd down, but the bad news is you're still miles away from picking up this first because of how poor you were 1st and 2nd down. Moving forward in this game, the offense has got to do a better job early in the drive to at least give them a chance to have some success.
Missouri trying to convert this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch. It's Rousseau. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Dixon. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
To throw, it's man. He's got him.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Off play action. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. The offense will quickly use a timeout. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Under fire. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks? That's just ridiculous.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. On target to the left. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Missouri will kick it off to open this 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Boise State ready to send out that offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. And the Broncos in the hurry up.
Great job by the defense that time getting the sack, but no time to celebrate. You got to line up right now because the offense is going tempo.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Lets it fly. Finds a man on the left. Powers through. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of the little steam. The defense finally got it.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play. And you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the DB right with him to knock it away.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
Working the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Got his man. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. Wants to throw on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area we got to bow up. Nice job on first down stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Pressure coming. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. Listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
And he'll be smacked to the ground.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That'll trim the deficit to 15. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. They moved the football well in the last drive, but man, that 4th down and failing to convert there has to sting. On the run, it's Dickens. Gets a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got the first down and more. He's up to 107 yards rushing, and with that run, he's now over 100 yards on this opening day. They go to the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. To the air, it's man. Finds a man in the middle. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And the Tigers headed quickly to the line. Looking to throw on first down. They're working that left side. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Here's the pressure. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Yeah, and I'll give him toughness points. He stood in there, stared down the barrel, got whacked, but I won't give him smarts points because he threw into double coverage. You got to make a better decision than that. So try not to get walloped, and definitely don't throw up into double coverage.
Plucks it out of the air. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The blue turf rumbling on this third down attempt as the Bronco fans exhort the D. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Got his man. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Missouri! And the pummeling has started.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game one going exactly how they scripted it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Well, a nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the third downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
The Broncos will punt it away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. This offense has it with really good field position. The RPO is complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Now the play fake. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. Grab behind the line. It's Preston. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Dropping back, it's Torres. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. With the run on 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. He'll set up to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit. And you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Baylor has the lead right now, but even though we've heard sick of a bunch, this has been a nip-and-tuck affair inside McLean Stadium. They're up by 8 over North Carolina. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
A huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and had a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The RPO fired complete to the left. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Finds the tight end. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Back to pass, it's man. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
And that's why a lot of kids want to play for this coach, because they know that when they get into games, even if it's late, coach is going to let them go play ball, go have fun, take shots and try to come up with big plays. This offense right now, man, they're just having fun.
And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. Rides to back and leaves it. Turning it on. Ripping through the defense. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. And the Broncos come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Looking downfield on first down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
This defense has taken the game over. They're winning the game in large part because of how dominant they've been up front and how good their pass rush has been.
Rushes on him. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Boise State.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game one. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
They knocked through the extra point, but they still trail 31-13. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up with the onside kick. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. This quarterback has been locked in, and he's thrown it all over the place. Been a bit of a mismatch, candidly, Jesse.
I think there were high expectations for this guy coming into the year, but I don't know if anyone thought it would look this good. He has been so dialed in today. When he's doing the work during the week leading up to the game, boy, oh boy, it shows up on game day. He's got a lot of talent, but you combine the mental approach to that talent, and this guy's virtually unstoppable.
He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line, too.
Makes the grab. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They'll run it from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires one high and deep. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Fires to the wideout. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much, we're up.
And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. He's at the 50, at the 30. He's at the touchdown Broncos. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
Love to see the defense still fighting hard this late in the game. Great job jumping the route, catching it, takes it back for a touchdown. Not too much time to celebrate, though. You're still trailing in this game. Still got some work to do, but no doubt that play is going to give this defense a little bit more confidence.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Makes the grab on the left. Open space at the 25. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might be calling a hot route. Scanning the field, it's man. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He caught it. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Boise State ready to send out that offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. The Broncos racing to the line in the hurry-up. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. The punt team makes its way onto the field.
On to kick it away.
No fair catches here, looking for room. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line.